Thank you, Mr. President. I'm pleased to have the privilege of presenting the candidate for honorary degree. John P. Bilbrey, will you please step forward? John J.P. Bilbrey, Chairman of the Board, President and Chief Executive Officer for the Hershey Company, has more than 30 years of consumer packaged goods experience and has been instrumental in the growth of some of the world's largest and best-known brands. He has broad international experience working in more than 50 countries and has lived in the Middle East, North America, North Africa, and Asia. The Hershey Company is the largest producer of quality chocolate in North America and a global leader in chocolate and sugar confectionery. Since April 2015, Bilbrey has been responsible for the company's global operations and commercial activities. He is an industry thought leader on consumers' changing relationship with food, competitive differentiator of consumer knowledge, and the power of social commerce. Bilbrey joined the Hershey Company in 2003 from Mission Foods, where he served as Senior Vice President. Before joining Mission Foods, he was President and Chief Executive Officer with Danone Water of North America. With the Procter & Gamble Company for 22 years, he served in positions of increasing responsibilities in the United States and in numerous international assignments. Bilbrey serves on the board of directors of the Hershey Company, serves as a director for the Colgate-Palmolive Company, and previously was the director of McCormick & Company Incorporated. He is a member of President Obama's Advisory Committee for Trade and Policy and Negotiations, and is a U.S. private sector member of the President's Advisory Council on Doing Business in Africa. Bilbrey serves as chairman of the Grocery Manufacturers Association's Executive Board and on the Kansas State University Business School Advisory Council. He earned his bachelor's degree in psychology from Kansas State University. In recognition of his continued leadership, it is a great honor to present John Bilbrey for the degree of Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa.
In recognition of high achievement, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Elizabethtown College by the Board of Trustees and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you, John P. Bilbrey, the degree of Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In testimony of this degree, you will now be presented with your diploma and doctoral hood.
I think I'm going to take this offer. It might provide more entertainment than I intend. So to President Strickwerda, Provost Traverso, Dean Randazzo, and Chairman Bob Carr, distinguished faculty and staff, honored guests, friends, family members, and of course, the graduates of 2016. I'm delighted to be here. It's a great privilege, and it's an honor to be able to address you on this very celebratory day. So my job this afternoon is to share a few thoughts with you, and hopefully you'll find them useful. But before I begin, I'm going to briefly salute 6 members of this graduating class. Now, these members are a part of a select group of more than 50 current employees of the Hershey Company who've earned degrees from Elizabethtown College. And like a proud father, I'm going to call out their names. So we have Jancy Nightingale, Clifford Stamm, Randall Urquhart, Jacqueline Weiss, Terry Finch, and last but not least, Stephen Hinkle. Congratulations to you. And my sincere congratulations to all the graduates of the class of 2016 for a job well done. And indeed, it's a job well done while holding down a job, and in many cases, raising a family at the same time. So what you've done is quite commendable. And how you've done it, while immersed in other duties and responsibilities, frankly, is quite remarkable. I would suggest that a reason for your success is that you've all been working, studying, parenting, and living with a sense of purpose. Social scientists have studied leadership and the traits, of course, of the most successful leaders, and there's been a lot of information written on this topic. But many of the recent findings reveal that when individuals are performing at their very best, their mindset is typically focused on a sense of purpose and on making a positive difference in the world that we all live in. I find it absolutely fascinating. Not only do good works reap tangible rewards, but in the process, it propels leaders to optimize their own abilities. And when you strive to do good, when you work with a true sense of purpose, then you're also likely to perform at the absolute best of your capabilities. So my first words of wisdom for you are to always strive to maintain a purposeful mindset and a purpose-driven life, and one that has meaning for you. And it'll be the key to helping you reach your full potential. In addition to this, I've also thought a lot recently about what is it that I personally believe in. And I would encourage you to think, what is it that you believe in? And then have great intention around it. Because without the intention, you don't have the action, and then you won't create and deliver against the things that you're striving for. I also want to tell you that as you establish your own sense of purpose, it's also critical that you find your own voice. Now, many of you may already have done that, and others of you may still be seeking it. But what it means is this: it's to be confident in who you are and what you believe in, and then use these learnings, your experiences and perspectives, to influence those and those things that matter most to you. I always tell new hires at the Hershey Company all the time, you were hired here because of your voice. Don't lose that as you assimilate into our culture or into a new work group. We need you if our business is going to continue to grow and prosper. If cultivated and nurtured, your voice will propel you like nothing else throughout your professional career and become your signature as you grow personally and professionally. A key part of my own personal voice is optimism. Some might say I'm actually a hopeless optimist, but I prefer to call it a hopeful optimism. I believe anything is possible, especially if your goals and activities are guided by a sense of purpose and a focus on finding and using your own voice. Now, I've had the good fortune to spend many years throughout my career, not only in the U.S., but over half my career has been spent living and working on international businesses, and I've worked and traveled in about 50 countries. I've gained a tremendous insight into people and cultures. It's been one of the greatest gifts of my life. And in doing so, it further fueled my optimism, because people the world over share more similarities than differences. We thirst for belonging, for knowledge, for accomplishment, and again, purpose. And if you're blessed with purpose, with optimism, and have cultivated the ability to use your voice, I personally believe you'll do great things. Perhaps even the finest work is going to be your most productive work and your most purposeful work. Let me give you an example of a purposeful mindset in action and how it can truly make a difference. A few years ago, I had the chance to meet with the West African nation president, John Mahama of Ghana. And Ghana is the source of much of the cocoa that we purchase in our company, and about 70% of cocoa worldwide is purchased in either Ghana or the Ivory Coast. And we've worked hand in hand with those governments over many, many years to have a beneficial relationship. And for years, Hershey has supported programs that provide training to West African cocoa farmers on responsible growing practices, farming practices, and how to create sustainable cocoa so that obviously this key ingredient is available to us for years to come. It's good for them, it's good for the environment, it's also good for the Hershey Company. It's simply the right thing to do, and it serves a broader purpose. But we're also proud of the progress being made in West Africa in other ways as well, and I asked President Mahama when we were together, what else could we do to have more participation in the country? And in some ways, his answer surprised me. He said, help me improve the lives of our school children. And I was delighted because, as you know, our company has a great heritage and legacy from our founder in this area. And he explained to me that young Ghanaian students attend school many times without the proper nourishment needed to grow their minds and to grow their bodies. And it's a massive problem and one that the government can't solve completely on its own. So we thought about what could we do. So in partnership with the Ghana School Feeding Program and a project we call Project Peanut Butter, we launched Energized Learning last summer. And it's a program that provides supplemental nutrition to school children in Ghana using a highly nutritious peanut butter-based supplement. And this stemmed from the fact that this is in the core area of our responsibilities. As you know, the Reese's brand is our largest brand. It's a combination of salt and sweetie, peanut butter, and chocolate. I'd encourage you to buy some. And so this was something that was really in our wheelhouse, but it was also something we really didn't have to do. So our role is more than just writing a check. It includes hands-on involvement with the people of Ghana, enabling us to apply our expertise in nutrition, farming, and manufacturing. And we believe it's a great cause. And there's a lot of great causes in the world, and you have to pick places where you want to play, and this is one where we felt we could make a difference. The partnership was born out of a conversation simply amongst colleagues. It emerged because President Mahama and I shared a sense of purpose and optimism that we could do greater things together. But it became a reality because a small but very purpose-driven team of Hershey people believed in the possibilities and action, and today we feed 50,000 kids per day in that program, and we continue to expand it, and it's just terrific. We don't sell anything. We actually are able to make this program work, and we do it hand in hand with the government and our people who've given their time to do it. It's really awesome to just see what's possible when you have the right platform. If you think about Milton Hershey, his purpose wasn't simply to build a successful chocolate company. He and his wife also had a deep and profound concern for the well-being of kids, especially those kids that were less fortunate. They used much of their personal fortune to make a lasting positive difference through numerous philanthropic initiatives, including the school that bears his name just 10 miles north of here. Purpose, optimism, and finding your own voice. They're some of the most important tools in forging a successful career and making your life far more fulfilling. And you don't have to be the CEO of a company to imagine that you can make impact. Your education here at Elizabethtown College and your achievement in graduating from the School of Continuing and Professional Studies is a key step on your path to further greatness. You can and you will accomplish many, many great things. And a particularly important achievement is taking place right here today. Congratulations to the class of 2016. I know that you'll go forth with renewed purpose and optimism for the betterment of your career, your employer, your family, and our community. Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you.